So tell us how people can incorporate that into their current lives, helping others, and achieve financial freedom, or maybe some of the key strategies that you used for yourselves when you became financially free at the age 45.
Sure. When I came to America, these three things, thanks to late Zig Ziglar and late Jim Rohn, the only one quote I read from Zig Ziglar, which I share with you, again, I will share here, that whatever you want in your life, you will get it. If you just help enough number of people what they want in their life, that is the number one goal you should be in your career or life.
This is the Real Estate Vibe Show, and I'm your host, Vinki Loomba. As a real estate investor and a fund manager, I'm always excited to explore the world of real estate opportunities with you and for you. Today, I have a very special guest who embodies the spirit of resilience and success. Born and raised in India, Rakesh Mishra, also known as Success Coach Rakesh, is an author, motivational speaker, life strategist, and a wealth coach. Welcome, Rakesh, to the Real Estate Vibe Show.
Thank you, Guy. Thank you for inviting me here.
You're welcome. I'm really excited for our conversation. So, our topic of discussion for today is blueprint for financial freedom and personal growth. I know you have settled in Canada for last 25 years or so, and you achieve your financial freedom at the age of 45. So now you've been talking to me, before we start the recording, that you have dedicated your life to share your journey and strategies to inspire others to reach their full potential. And you were saying that you wanted to kind of dedicate resources to like 1 crore rupees, like a $1 million or 1 million Indian rupees in India, dedicate to some kind of ad on all the traditional platforms to tell people that they can achieve their ultimate potential if they desire to do so. So being said that, let's start with your journey. Can you please share a little bit about your early life in India and what motivated you to move to Canada?
Well, very loaded, and I'm really, excited the way you shared and the vision of this our today's half an hour meet. Yeah. So my journey, if I want to start, I was a 9 year old in my village, and if I look back, this village has no connection to any modern amenities. No electricity, no telephone, no television, no automobile. The only transportation, bullock cart and bicycle. In Hindi, we call it bail gadi or cycle. And then one day, Indira Gandhi was our member of parliament, the place I come from, Raebareli, and she was supposed to come 4 o'clock. And as I mentioned, there was no electricity, so that's why she was supposed to come 4 o'clock so that she can deliver the speech in sunlight. But she came 10 o'clock, being a famous leader. Every kilometer she was being stopped. So she reached our place 10 o'clock, and the village chief, gathered us a kid and gave us those Petromax, the lantern to lit up the stage so that she can deliver the speech. And she started speaking, and we were holding it. And then those journalists, white journalists, probably from UK and America, they were clicking the pictures, and they used to come and ask us, "Hey, smile." And I thought, because I was not dressed very rich, very poorly dressed, I thought they're laughing at our poverty. And that day, somehow I said to them, laugh at me. One day I'll come to your land to deliver the speech. And it took around 35 years to deliver and prepare that speech. And in Canadian capital, Ottawa, I did. And it was a 10 speakers competition. And no offense to any skin, but 9 white speakers. I was the only brown skin Indian, and I won that evening competition as the most heartfelt speaker of the evening. And after that, everything's become unstoppable for me. That believe that who am I in the white people's land to, become something. But that day I said, Rakesh, you are unstoppable. So that is a quick journey. So, but from their village to move to, study to, Allahabad and Delhi. In the Delhi, I read this book at American Library, and the book title was That Changed Everything. you are talking about the mindset. Here, this book is going to teach a lot, especially for the youth and young career seekers. So the book title was The Magic of Thinking Big by David Short. When I read this book, our parents taught us save every penny, don't spend. But this book taught us totally against it. Book says
Spend.
control your 4 habits. If you are not control your 4 habits: gambling, drugs, alcohol, and womanizing. If you don't have this, where you will be saving, you'll be compromising with your food, your transportation, your living, your good friend circle. So what to do? The book tells, make your life expensive, especially in early age of your career. And to support that expensive life, try to bring more in stream of income. That's what I did. And then I started, that Indian earnings were not enough for me, and I have to leave Middle East. And from Middle East, it was Y2K, then America in IT, and from there, as I mentioned, in America, I was in H1. Getting green card citizenship was like a long waiting. I thought, you know what? I heard in Canada, you go in 3 years, you can get Canadian passport, and then under the NAFTA agreement, you can come and work in America. You don't need any visa being a Canadian. And that's how I landed here in Canada, got into IT full time. But one night, I thought, wow, I'm living my American dream in Canada. Everything is good. I have a car, house, wife, everything. What is next? And I was 35-year-old. And I thought, you know what? Soon I'll be 70, 80, 90, 100 if I'm lucky to be living that age and dead and gone. I said, no, something needs to be changed. And for that, I asked my parents and wife and kid that I want to go to Cuba alone to find my purpose. That's what I did. I went to Cuba. In 1 week, I wrote 1,700 pages. And when I started reading, I got my mission. Rakesh, you know how to empower people, because I was doing last around 30 years, because age of the 10, I was teaching kids. So I came back, Rakesh, finish your whatever the immediate goal, and then you serve others. So I put 3 things. Sometimes, Luba, what happened? People make life very complicated, but I made very
That's
simple.
true. Yeah, let's stop here for a second.
Yeah.
You're throwing so many golden nuggets. Let's go step by step. Let me ask you this first. So when you were in India, you said you got this moment of enlightenment. Then when this leader came to your village and then giving the speech, and you wanted to just have set the ground for yourself. You had a breakthrough, and we all know that breakthrough always happen when we are in the lowest of the moments. So maybe that was one of your lowest moments. You had the breakthrough. So I wanted to ask you this, what inspired, I mean, that was the inspiration right there, but what kind of challenges you went through, coming from that village and then going to Middle East, then US, then going to Canada, just finding your life. And it's quite a journey. It didn't happen overnight, right? So take us through that journey, step by step, like what exactly happened after the breakthrough.
Yeah, so like if you see from that leader, Mrs. Indira Gandhi, the biggest speak is sorry, my problem was learning to learn and speak English. In our village, we learn English alphabet from the age of 14.
Mm-hmm.
But when I left home and went to Allahabad and went into Delhi, then the challenge how I overcome, I mentioned American library. I found out to go to library. Not only that, that speaking challenge, I used to go to Red Fort and I try to speak to those tourists who white kind of looking, it means they know English. So that's how I started learning. And then when I moved to Middle East, and every path challenge. In India, the challenge came now the money, because being the eldest, I have to support family also. When I came to Middle East, and then I don't know, IT, no experience in IT. But what happened, the people who are listening to it, sometime you are waiting every step to be available in advance to take some action. That is the wrong way. The only thing you need to know what you need and why you need. Don't worry about your how. If you know every step to get your how, you are playing so small, you will hit it and you become depressed. So in my case, only thing I knew, I want to go to America. IT was the way. I resigned, went to Bangalore, 30 days course, America. So America, when I came to Canada, now my biggest challenge, not the challenge I would say, but I wanted to have freedom, means no need to work for money. The biggest challenge was the money. So that's why when I came back from the Cuba, I got these 3 things: pay off my house, secure children education, and find somewhere around $8,000 to $10,000 coming. And I set a target $2.5 million in next 10 years. And here is the biggest challenge came, Loba. My wife was pregnant to deliver second baby. And the hospital bed, she died while delivering the baby.
Oh, no. I'm
She
sorry.
left me with a 3-year-old boy sleeping at home with my parents and 3-hour-old baby in my arms in the hospital.
Oh, no.
And that night I decided to commit suicide jumping from the roof. And I went about to jump. I said, can I go and kiss my little one once again? I went there. And the way he cried, I will send you the picture. It seems like he's saying, Papa, don't leave me. And I gave me the feeling, my wife left and my babies lost the mom. And now I'm also going to finish my life and my boys will be orphan. No, I decided to live for them. And not only that, that became my mission to raise them. Later on, I got remarried again, but I decided I'm going to help the people to overcome their challenges.
Mm.
And I realized money is the biggest challenge, especially in North America these days. And I got my those three things, house and children, everything in place around 7 to 8 years. And I would like to share in 15 seconds how I got it. I quit my full-time job, IT, became a consultant, income got tripled, and then opened my placement agencies. I started making even more money, and all this extra money I put into the real estate. And in Canada, real estate did pretty well last 20 years. Everything is done. Same journey I started sharing with others. So when you ask the challenge, biggest challenge, losing my wife, but then that gave me the biggest strength. And when I went to kiss her forehead, the dead wife forehead, I told her, darling, this moment onward, nothing is going to bother me in this world. I'm only going to give to the people a smile and nothing is going to bother me. And I'm doing my life and I'm with you here.
First of all, sorry you had to go through, but sometimes, life brings us to those low moments to make us rise. So I think that's what you did. But you said very good thing before you share your wife's story with me, that people should know what and why, not how. Most of the people, when you say something, the first focus is on how do I get there? And all the energy is wasted on how. So how to identify what do you want and why you want, and just focus on that. So can you share with us some techniques there?
Yeah, so see, the biggest, before I answer your question, Loomba, the biggest challenge, especially in North America, the people have become addicted to do easy things. And the information consumption has become drug to them. Watching all the videos, reading all the books, only consuming, they're not using to act something, to deliver or produce something. So what had happened, you asked me how to find that what they need.
Mm-hmm.
So in my case, what I needed, I went to Cuba. So people has become so busy. So what you do, take your pen and take your pad and sit down quietly with yourself. Just reflect where you're coming from, what you have gone through. When I wrote 1700 pages, I read my whole life that what was the pattern, where why I was feeling excited, when I was talking to people, helping to the people, giving some advice when people are getting result. So just see your patterning, sit down and reflect your own life, where you are coming from. Most of the time, most of the time what happened, I want to summarize in one line. People are scared of failures. But here I want to say, every failure is going to add confidence in you, and every success is going to make you more insecure.
Mm-hmm.
So the key to success is fail as big as you can afford. So here your direct question, what you want, sit down with you, reflect your life. What is giving you happiness? What is giving you excited? What is giving you to the energy you used to carry as an 18-year-old girl or boy? Now you will get that what exactly you want to know, and then you work on it. You will get it very easily. And rest I will share on your next question.
So most of the time, what happens is that as we start aging or growing up, whatever way you wanted to say it, there's like more fears in our life. Like, when you're 18, when you're 15, you have less fears. You're just like kind of invincible, right? So why that happens? Because you're more insecure, there's more fears, you're more fear of failure, even though fail means, so first attempt in learning, that's the first thing. But people forget that. Instead of they just getting more into their shell and they are scared of trying. So how do you break that shell and go out, make yourself capable to go try at least?
Sure.
Why you're worried about validations all your life, that how other people are going to judge you around you?
Okay, since you brought the age into, so I will reply this question with the two angle. One is the materialistic angle and one is the spiritual angle.
Mhm.
So what happened here? I gave that line. So why people feel, though worried, fear to lose now. I said, every failure add confidence, but every success insecure. That now I got it. What happens if I lose it, right? So now, and a little joke way, people are buying 8-bedroom houses to impress those they hate the most. They
And
create their
that's
own, they create their own misery. In this world, especially North America, we are having big houses, mansion homes, but where we feel happy? When we go to one-room cottage.
Mhm.
Even more than when you go camping, even there is no room or roof, we feel you're more excited. That shows you don't need anything to be happy, ladies and gentlemen. So now here I'm coming. Lumba, what happened when we move in the life? There are three stages: survival, success, and significance.
Mhm.
Robert Williams, an actor in America, he gave a smile to everybody, but he himself committed suicide. And there are so many are committing suicide, and success has destroyed more people than failures. Here is my point. With failure, with survival, master hierarchy or whatever you call it, survival means you got the job and you are able to, put the food on the table and, some shelter, and that is your survival. Success definition, everybody's different. Somebody is a Ferrari and big mansion in the plane, that might be, but that is their definition. But with the survival and success, what you are trying to help or serve only you or your loved ones. Now this is very dangerous place to be in. If you don't know how to move from success to survival, you might commit suicide even. You know how difficult to handle success? You wanted that car, that house, that bungalow, that travel, that plane, you everything got it. What is next? Now scary. Now time to move into significance. What is significance? With your product, with your service and your presence on this planet, once you are helping others to be happy, now you are talking, and you will never have any boredom in your life. And those are the people, they become Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King. So that's what you need to do. And you need not to become billionaire to help others. You can do wherever you are. I meet every day one stranger last 11 years. And my target is to leave that stranger with the smile. If he
Mhm.
person has not smiled, I move on to the next person. 11 years during the COVID, I used to bring people over the Zoom to give them a smile.
That's good, but the question comes here when I would say 90% or maybe more than 90%, I don't even know what percentage is, major portion of the population is in the survival mode. Survival mode doesn't have to be that you do not have enough to bring the food on the table. You have in the food on the table, but the mental status is always in the survival mode because there is no mental satisfaction. There's always something, I do not have enough. I do not have enough, right? That's what the focus is. And wherever the focus is, energy flows there. So major percentage is always in the survival mode. And once you bypass the survival mode, then you can think about helping others. So tell us how people can incorporate that into their current lives, helping others, and achieve financial freedom, or maybe some of the key strategies that you used for yourselves when you became financially free at the age 45.
Sure. When I came to America, these three things, thanks to late Zig Ziglar and late Jim Rohn, the only one quote I read from Zig Ziglar, which I share with you, again, I will share here, that whatever you want in your life, you will get it if you just help enough number of people what they want in their life. That is the number one goal you should be in your career or life. Zig Ziglar, even more powerful. The first one, what he said, I'm paraphrasing it, the first one also I paraphrases, that whatever you make, $10, $20, $10, whatever you net you take home, take 5% and you use on your personal development on these three areas. 3 C's, I call it: coaches, courses, and conferences. No, you can spend $100,000 for a coach. You can spend just a coffee. Ask someone who is doing better than you where you want to ask, sir, can I have a coffee with you? Or madam, can I have tea with you? You spend half an hour time and pay for his tea or coffee. As simple as that. Sometimes they will not even take that also from you. So these three areas means you, and second thing Zimran said, if you work hard on yourself, you will earn fortunes. But if you work for the job, you will just earn the wages for your survival. So this is what I want to say. Create your mindset to improve every day. If I want to put this very simple thing, I just said strategy, read one book every month on personal development. Books are free. Even go to YouTube, many audios are free, or you will find it in the library in America, North America, many resources. Read one book a month. Learn one skill a month and meet one stranger a day. If too difficult, a week, and you will never go wrong. I coach some student in India and Pakistan, in those countries. They simply have account in the the fiverr.com. They are just creating the image and putting the quote given by these coaches living in America, and they are making $200 to $300 every day. Ladies and gentlemen, you have become too soft and too easy. Ask and act. I created my own acronym. Ask, always seek knowledge, but act. Action causes transformation. So I think I have given a lot in last 3 minutes.
You
Right?
did. Yes, you did a lot. And the thing is, it's up to the people or the listeners what they're gonna make the meaning out of it. And that's the biggest, I would say, epitome of all these resources out there, because everybody has a different processing power. Everybody process things differently, and everybody gives a different meaning to everything, whatever you are sharing or whatever is out there in the books or the YouTube channels or all the information out there, because our past experience define us who we are.
Oh,
And then because it's all the memory, right? If the memory is not there, it's like whole complete consciousness out there. So it's just like your past experience define you, and accordingly you're going to process the information that's been given to you. So here I'm going to talk about a little bit how should break your limitations, and then see what is out there, what opportunities there, and then embrace those opportunities like you did. And I'm going to ask you again, if you can share with us the secret of your wealth, 45.
Loomba, this is a cell phone. 40 years back, no matter where you live, only rich people can, record their life on video. But today, this device, I call it whole studio in your pocket. Pre-production, production, post-production. Not only that, distribution to 8 billion people across the globe is free. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. If you are living in North America, especially in America, and if you are making less than 10 grand a month, something is really not correct with you. You are not using your mind. You are not using yourself in the right way. Just find one problem in the marketplace just one, and find the solution. As simple as that, advising university going kids what courses they need to take for today's day and time, because whatever your hands are doing, tomorrow robot is going to do, and whatever your brain is doing, AI is going to do better, ladies and gentlemen. AI doesn't age. So find out what is the need of the time, learn and teach 10 people for free, and 11th people, ask those 10 people to have some word about you, and 11th people you charge $100. And next 1 year with the social media and reach, you will have 100 clients at least paying you $100 a month. That is $10,000 a month. Learn one skill where people need help, and not only that, they are ready to pay that also. Back, you see, this is not the virtual screen. These are all the real book, ladies and gentlemen. Here, something came here. These are my medals. Last 11 years, I was delivering one speech, and he said, sir, can you share how much you spent? This is $180,000 in last 11 years. If I convert Indian rupees, more than crore rupees I spent. This is called the personal development. You see all this blazer and tie guy from the village. I was working with the laborers in those fields. The only one thing I did till today, applying every day on my personal improvement, what I can learn. And the same thing, when I get the mastery, I teach others and charge for it. Same thing you can do. Any one thing, one pain, one pleasure you add in somebody's life for free in the beginning to create your own, value or credibility, and then you charge for it. As simple as that.
So how did you get started in real estate? You said earlier that you were investing in real estate or putting your extra resources into real estate and grow wealth there.
Oh,
And Canada did really well in real estate.
simple. I was attending those conferences, attend any conference. Just go. That was real estate conference. One guy says something, he said, but what I got, I'm talking about 2001. He said, give me $10,000 and I will give you $500,000 in next 25 years. Looks nice, Loomba. If I prove it is good.
Yes.
I took it literally. And, when he was, talking, I said, sir, how to do that? And he said, reach out to me. I reached out to them. Cut the story short, I did not get a chance to meet him. I get the chance. Somebody was coached by him. And then I said, yeah. He said, how much condominium you are buying in Toronto these days? I said, yeah, I can buy around 200,000. I'm talking about 2001. He said, how much down payment? I said, they're asking 5% down payment. He said, what is 5% of 200,000? I said, 10,000. He said, you pay $10,000. You book that condominium. 2-3 years, the condominium you'll get in your hand and you will rent it. The tenant will pay the mortgage and everything and utility, everything. What you will do, maybe $50-$100 from your pocket. Otherwise, the only thing you pay 10,000. After 25 years, this property is bound to become $500,000. And believe me, I don't have one. I have many such property. Only one lesson I got from that conference. So this is the answer. Now, down the year, those many properties, they become 200,000 baht, they become 600, 700, whatever it is. Now, next magic comes. In another conference or event, I learned something about the second mortgage. Do you know what is second mortgage? So I reach out. So the bank, I had all the mortgages here in Canada. I don't want to name the bank. And they said, no, Rakesh, yeah. I was looking for the HELOC, the home equity line of credit, so that I can lend. I become, and then he said, no, your the taxes, you don't show you a lot of income. We go with the income. I said, okay. Then another conference, the guy was teaching me no down payment, something real estate. And there I learned that every bank is different. Then I reach out to another bank. They say, we give you line of credit based on your net worth. Oh, bingo. Now, if I put the number, say $1 million, I got $1 million and I got for 4%. That time interest rate was quite low. I'm talking about in the beginning of 2021. So I got for 4%, I lent it for 15%. 11% of $1 million is $110,000. $10,000 every month for free. Whose money? Bank's money. Who's the client? Realtor will find the client. For me, just 1 hour time signature and that's it. Do you want to hear more? I have many. The only thing I learned in North America, how to make money that come very easy to me. But listen to me, I'm not talking from the book, I'm talking from the experience. If
That's
somebody
good.
asks about money in America, take your $4,000 old car, bloody run in whole California. In the real estate, everything you learn about the mortgage, about the basement making, about the fixing, about the toilet, learn everything. I take in my Mercedes, I take the toolkit and go and fix the toilet for my tenant. I do because I love it. You will not find Loomba many people like me crazy. I live my life. I want to add here three things. Three C's again. Be creative.
Mhm.
Be curious. I was
Mhm.
curious to know to pay 10,000 to make 500,000. I was creative when I was in California, Brendan Bouchard in Santa Clara, and the British ladies say I was wearing some different hats. She said, Rakesh, is it your brand? I paused for it was not my brand. I said, yes, it is my brand. And she is the one, a UK lady, and she said, you know what, can I design your business card? And she designed the business card and she put my hat into my logo also.
Nice.
So this is called creative. So be creative, be curious, and the last one, be crazy.
Mhm.
That craziness means keep that 18-year-old teenager boy or girl always alive in you. As long as that boy or girl is alive in you, you are unstoppable. Don't take life very seriously, ladies and gentlemen. Don't
I
take it. Where you come from and where you go, no idea. After your death, you got few decades. Live with full.
That's so true.
Diseases will come, people will die, you will lose money. There was a time only people were getting bankrupt, then the companies started getting bankrupt. Now countries are getting bankrupt. You have heard about Greece 2 years back?
I know. Yes.
Got it. So don't take too seriously. You are in America. People are dying to come America. In North America, if you're living and you are crying for $5,000-10,000, man, do some hard work. Learn from Muhammad Ali. Learn from Arnold Schwarzenegger. And do something which you are scared of doing it, but you know that is the only thing going to take you to the next level.
Challenge yourself. I like that. That's pretty awesome. So what is in future for you? What do you see in your crystal ball?
Oh, in my things, I teach some in the coaching mini workshop. So last 10 year, my target was 2.5 million.
Mhm.
And my current every month target is 250,000. That, so many ways to make it, because since now I have, a network. My next 10 year, if you go my LinkedIn, 29, at one time I had 50,000 people, 30,000. For many years, it was not increasing, only 30,000. But I didn't know, naive guy, 30,000 was the limit for the connections in LinkedIn. And then 20,000 plus were waiting. So few months, I started deleting. And then I make around 20,000, 29,500 so that I can accept some more people. So so my next 10, many people say, Rakesh, you are lucky you came in the right time to IT, you came in the right time to real estate. I said, no. For creatives and crazy people is always good time. Here is my next 10-year target, Loomba. And the target is let 1,000 people let 1,000 clients pay me $1,000 a month. How much it is? If 1,000 client is paying you every month $1,000, how much it is, Loomba?
I no idea. I can't calculate that fast.
Okay, 1,000 into 1,000, 6 zeros, 1 million. So my
1 million.
next 10-year target is 1 year already passed. I took this challenge. It is bound to happen. The only thing I need to be alive, and that's it.
That's
Million,
good.
simple. 8 billion people. 30,000 I have LinkedIn. If I can serve and create the program or my coaching one-on-one and a group and the book and only serve them. Some people, what they overestimate what they can do in 1 month, but they underestimate what they can do in 10 years. Is a long time, ladies and gentlemen. $1 million is not a lot of money today. You cannot buy a decent house in California for $1 million. Have in your mind, $1 million is not a lot of money with the full conviction. And then you said to yourself, I decided to become rich. Stop 5 things which poor people do. Go to the restaurant and look at the price, say, don't do that. Buy whatever you want to eat, forget about the price and pay it. And start doing 5 things which rich people do. What rich people do? They read books. They use other people's time, other people's mind, other people's resources, other people's weaknesses. Weaknesses in the sense, coaches, if you don't have any weakness, It means you don't need coaches, but people do have weakness sometimes. Public speaking, sometimes the writing, sometimes the talking, sometimes the acing, whatever it is. So start using those 5 things which rich people do, and stop doing 5 things which poor people do, and say full conviction, I want to become rich, $1 million cash in my account by this date at this PM or AM. Ladies and gentlemen, it is bound to happen. Even if you don't get it, as someone say, always aim for the moon. Even if you miss, you will land among the stars. Luba, are yours.
I like that. That's my saying. I remember saying that to my son all the time, shoot for the moon. If you didn't make it, you land in stars. And say, Mom, stars are farther than the moon. Like, okay. Can you share one more golden nugget with my audience that they can do or they can add to their daily routine?
What you do, I'm giving you something for your children. As a parents. Your kids were born as a lion, but you made them lamb.
Your
Don't
own
do it.
limitations. Yes, I agree on that.
Don't do it. Don't do, oh, don't do this, don't meet. No, let them fly. When they are 15-year-old, let them fly to, if they are in New York, let them fly to California alone to attend some conference. Of course, use your safety features with your age. Early, the most productive age is 11 to 21. But unfortunately, in that age, even they don't know what they are doing on this planet. That age is just like a sponge to absorb anything. Justin Bieber, around 200 kilometers from my place here, the single mom in the basement, and just put the video on the YouTube, and Justin Bieber has become Justin Bieber. He was 11 to 12-year-old. So let them early age do something big and scary. If your children don't want to go to medicine or accountant or dentistry or lawyer, why they need to go to university? Think twice. So I gave a lot to you for you as parents. Buy Loomba's time or my time. Reach out to me, Success Coach Rakesh, in the Google. You'll find my phone number, email, and everything. Reach out to me. I will give any audience here my half an hour free time. Just come with the one challenging question for me. Anyone, one question, and I will give my 30 minutes time of free. Reach out to me. Actually,
this brings us to our rapid fire. And I'm going to ask you 5 questions. You're going to answer in 1 word or 1 sentence only. Are you ready?
Yes.
The first question is, what is one of the most important things that you have learned in your life? And how did your life change after learning it?
Live for others.
I like that. Share one good book that you would like to recommend to my audience.
The 4 Agreements.
And by who?
By McGill. I don't remember the first name, by the McGill, but the 4 Agreements, that will change your life. These are the 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your words. Don't make assumptions. Don't take things personally, and do your best. These are the 4 agreements that will change the life of many audience.
Oh, great.
The 4 agreements.
Great. In 1 word, what does life mean to you?
Gift.
What is your biggest passion?
When I become the cause, the smile on their face.
Great. If you could turn back in time and talk to your younger self, what would you tell yourself and why?
If anything came in your mind or heart to achieve, just start on it and get it. Don't wait for anything. Nothing will come to your heart unless you are equipped with the resources to get it executed. Anything come, just go for it.
Great. So how can people reach out to you, Rakesh?
You reach rakesh@gmail.com or simply Google. You reach Rakesh, YOUREACH You reach Rakesh@gmail.com or my website, coachrakesh.com, or simply Google Success Coach Rakesh, and in all platforms I have the same handle, Success Coach Rakesh.
Thank you so much, Rakesh, for being on my podcast. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, Loba, it's my real pleasure, and I hope, please, if you are listening in between, listen this whole podcast with the pen and pad and make 5 notes that will change your life in many ways, ladies and gentlemen. Live for others. Goodbye.
Thank you.